Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Let's talk about a batsman who's enjoyed a lot of his cricket playing at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in all formats of the game. And I'm not just talking franchise cricket. Well before he was a member of that original franchise team. He, of course, grew up in that city. Has been a great servant of Indian cricket. Now, Joy, very much a part of the think tank, Rahul Dravid. Just looking at Dravid, we haven't talked enough about him. Somehow he tends to fly under the radar, and he'd love that. He'd absolutely love that bit that we're not talking about him. But I think it's time we talked about him and try and see Dravid in that dressing room. Your assessment so far of Rahul Dravid in the Indian team colours?
In fact, I was a bit distracted for the last 5 minutes because I was trying to look up and see when has India played, even though there have been 2 matches, they lost 2 matches in a row, played the same team for 5 consecutive matches. Even in ODIs, it's not very common. It's a very, very uncommon thing. So I think that is a large part of the philosophy that Rahul Dravid brings to the party. And I think that's what Dravid's also doing. One of the things that I am hearing from the dressing room, the people who are around that team and all are saying that one of the things he does spend a lot of time on is telling players when they will play, when they will not play, why they are playing, and more important for most players, especially when they're sitting out, why they're not playing and what needs to change. He's spending a lot of time, and that's the kind of thing that Rahul Dravid does really well, because he also knows that at this level, you're not going to be able to coach how much coaching you can give these kind of players, or even the kind of batting that Dravid used to do. He can do little technique changes, but look, those are minor. It's all about telling them, this is what your role in the team is, this is what you're going to play, and this is why you're playing, this is why you're not playing. And I think I just love, there is a certain calmness, even though when they were 2-0 down, there was a certain calmness with the team. I think that is so much Rahul Dravid.
Yeah, I mean, there are more than one player in the Indian team who has sort of referred to Dravid's role, given him credit to it. One is Avesh Khan, Dinesh Karthik's talked about it. And let's actually bring one of them up from DK himself. And right now, the dressing room is a safe, secure place. It feels warm and fuzzy when things go well, and feels the same when they don't go as well. That there is a certain sense of calmness. And I think the key words there, Zaheer, is warm and fuzzy when things don't go well. All dressing rooms are warm and fuzzy when things go well. I think the second part is what makes sense.
Well, I think the second part is pretty much talking about the process, and how the setup has become more process oriented rather than result oriented. So that is something which DK is trying to communicate by saying something like that win or lose, we're going to continue with our work. We're going to have a certain plan, and looking at Rahul Dravid and how he approaches, the first thing he would have done is looked at the calendar and said that, okay, these are the series which are coming, which are the important series, which are the players I'm going to need for tactically and experience wise. So and also kind of means the style of player also matters. The style of bowlers also matters. Like if you're playing in England, you need a certain style of bowlers which can bring out the best of those conditions. So those kind of small little things, the planning, the preparation part would have happened at the back end, and then comes the communication part. So the communication part to the players also is going to be very thorough in terms of if you're taking a player to England. You are going to be very open to telling that player that, okay, this is the kind of nature of your play is going to help the team in those conditions, and that's why we are looking at you playing this sort of a role, and similar approach will be there for different series, and that's Rahul Dravid for you. He has played his cricket that way, and he will be planning the whole of his stint in that manner. So the next year, 50 overs World Cup is a big one. The Test Championship is a big one. You have T20 World Cup coming in October. So these are the milestone tournaments which we will look at, and then identify certain series around that, and keep it very thorough and open with the players.